Welcome to Daily Rising, Ignite Everyday Excellence. I'm Dawn D'Amico, your mental performance mastery coach, here to bring you daily mindset and motivation strategies to fuel your success in every area of life. Get ready to ignite your excellence with today's show. I've talked many times about the importance, how critical it is to be tracking data, to be measuring the things that we're doing, right? We manage what we measure what we treasure. Most recently, I heard we attack what we track, which might actually be my new favorite saying. There is importance. It is critical if we want to grow and make change and see improvements in our life to be tracking and having some kind of data. But the real power isn't in actually collecting the data. It's looking at it, analyzing, and then doing something with what we have. Right? My fiance got me this new Aura ring for Christmas. I'm super excited about it. It's something I've been looking at for years, but wouldn't buy for myself. And I was looking at reviews, and there were people that were actually commenting that they didn't notice any difference in their health. They didn't see any changes from when they started wearing their ring. Well, the ring just measures and gives you data and information. It's not a magic ring that is going to completely change your life if you don't do anything with the data and information it gives you. One of the things in particular that I want to be tracking is my sleep. I know how critical sleep is to every area of our life. I want to measure the different parts of my sleep. How long am I in REM sleep? What do my sleep patterns look like? But when I get that data, if I do nothing with it, nothing's going to change. But when I get the data and I can see, I can start making changes to what I do in the evening, how I wind down. It might mean changing some of the things that I'm doing throughout the day. Once I have the data, I can make the change and then get a new measurement and see if what I did is working and moving me closer towards where I want to go. I was working with a fitness and nutrition client years ago. And one of the things that I had my clients do was weigh themselves every day. And this is really challenging for women. A lot of women just don't like the scale because of the way it makes them feel about themselves. But we were looking at this as just data, as information that we could use to make changes if and when we needed to. Well, this one particular client was measuring every day, right? She was getting on a scale, she was writing it down. We had a chart and a graph of her progress. And what she was noticing was every couple weeks, she would plateau for a few days. And normally in the past, that plateau has freaked her out enough to back off what she was doing, abandon ship, and then she would go back in the opposite direction. Well, we pushed through it. We kept going. We were learning from the data. And what she was realizing and experiencing was this was happening as we were making shifts and changes in her program. So she would level off for a couple days and then boom, she would drop weight again. A couple weeks would go by where she was losing, she would level off. By having the data in front of her and seeing it, she was able to note the pattern, see what was happening, be aware of the changes. When she was in that still movement, right, where there was no change, where she looked like she was plateauing, there were certain things that we were doing that would then kickstart the next drop. But it's having the data that you can then analyze so that you can make the change. So while gathering data, measuring, tracking is so critical, if you don't do anything with it, it's not going to matter. So I want you to remember the transformative power of doing something with that data. I challenge you to look at one thing that you're looking to change in your life. Maybe you're already tracking, but you're not making enough change or doing anything with that data. Start doing something with that data. Or if there's something that you know you need to change, start tracking something, measuring something. If it's weight loss, maybe it's as simple as starting to track your water. Start tracking, analyze it, do something, and then reassess. That's where the real power is. Thank you for listening to another episode of Daily Rising. If you enjoyed today's show, drop a review and share it with your friends. Don't forget to check the show notes for a recap of today's message, along with valuable resources and opportunities to connect further and ignite your excellence.